Why is this video never published? What did HYB fear to choose silence? Who is the mysterious figure behind the camera that makes Jungkook and Taehyung look so different? And why was the ARMY the first to find this tape? One by one, the puzzles begin to unravel, and what is seen in the video will make it difficult for you to breathe due to unexpected emotions and surprises. Why hide? ARMY releases Jungkook and Taehyung videos. Revealed. Jungkook and Taehyung's secret video that HYB hid. Why didn't HYB ever release this video officially? Why were only a few people aware of its existence, and not even the internal staff were all given access? Is there anything so personal, so touching, or too dangerous for publication? Is it about a past they want to forget, or a future they're not ready for? All of those questions came together when an anonymous ARMY account uploaded a short snippet of a nearly 2-hour-long video showing a rare and surprising moment between Jungkook and Taehyung. No background music. There is no script. There is no large crew. Just a camera that records raw reality and two best friends that are talk with teary eyes. But where did this video come from? Why now? And why did HYB look so panicked after the video went viral? As the ARMY tries to trace the origins of the video, one thing that immediately sticks out is the recording date. 2 weeks after the internal conflict that had made Jungkook and Taehyung's names discussed by the media, but never officially explained. In those days, the public only knew that the two were focused on their respective projects. But no one knew that it turned out that they met secretly. What are they talking about? Why is it that in the video, Jungkook is seen turning his face several times as if holding back tears, while Taehyung seems to be trying to contain his anger? And who exactly is filming? Some ARMY speculated the video was part of an internal documentary that was not so released. Others suspect that these are private notes that were somehow leaked to the public. But what's most surprising are the visual clues in the video, like the necklace Jungkook was wearing, a necklace Jimin is known to have given him. Is this related to a past quarrel between the three? And what is the meaning of the last sentence Taehyung said before the screen suddenly went dark? If they know this, we will lose everything. Since the video appeared, ARMY timelines around the world have been on fire. Some are angry because they feel they have been lied to. There are those who cry because they realize that behind the laughter and smiles of the stage, there is a pain that has been hidden. Some also wonder, is this a sign that BTS is not as strong as it seems? But one of the most heartbreaking things was Jungkook's expression as he said, "I can't pretend anymore, Young. Every time I see the stage, I feel like I'm lost." How could such words not be an alarm to everyone around them? And why did HYB choose to hide it? Some argue that this video is too personal for public consumption, that this is a healing moment should remain part of their internal process. But ARMY asked, if this is about honesty and brotherhood, why hide it? Isn't that what made us love them from the beginning? The more you watch, the more you discover little things that raise big questions. Like Taehyung's gaze toward the camera that too sober. Like the number code that appears at the beginning of the video, 1107, a number that some fans think refers to July 11th, the day that one of the emotional moments between Jungkook and Taehyung took place backstage at a concert in New York. Is this a clue or just a coincidence? And what is the meaning of the handwritten note shown at the end of the video? One sentence that seems to be addressed directly to the fans. We want you to know the truth, but the world is not ready for it. Does this mean there is more than one video? Is this just the beginning of a big reveal that has been on hold? Several former HYB staffers who chose not to be named stated that there was indeed a lot of emotional documentation of the members that was never made public for reasons of the balance of public image and emotion. But is image more important than truth? One longtime fan even wrote on social media, "We love them because they are human, not because they are perfect. If they cry, get angry, disappointed, it brings us closer, not further away." Now, the pressure on HYB is getting bigger. Hashtags such as hashtag release the truth, hashtag protect BTS, and hashtag YHJKV started trending in various countries. There is even a petition signed by more than 500,000 ARMY asking HYB to officially release the full version of the video, but until now, HYB has not given a statement. Quiet. It was as if his silence was louder than any clarification. Then the big question is, if there's nothing wrong with the video, why hide it? And if something goes wrong, who is responsible? Will this be the beginning of a breach of trust between BTS and HYB? Or is this precisely the turning point where members will choose to be more open, more honest, and more free? One thing is for sure, this video has changed everything. Not only for the fans, but probably also for Jungkook and Taehyung himself. And maybe this is not just a video. This is a confession. A voice that had been buried in silence. A scream that is finally heard, even if it is too late. What will happen after this? Will the second video appear? Will Jimin speak up? And whether this will be the beginning of a split or healing, but most haunting of all is their expression at the end of the video. The camera highlights Taehyung's face is still sculpted, his eyes red as if to say more, but his lips remain locked. Jungkook, on the other hand, just lowered his head, with both hands covering his face. The silence that hung between them was as if louder than any emotional outburst. The camera records silence that requires no words, only a beating heart and tears flowing. The question is this the moment of separation? Or is it precisely the meeting point after so long being misled by unspoken pain? On an international army community forum, a user shared a full transcript of the leaked video, carefully worded. In the middle of the transcript, there was one part that stunned netizens. Taehyung's confession that he had felt betrayed by someone very close to him. Although the name was not mentioned, the army immediately guessed the context. Jungkook.
But why?
What exactly happened? Is this related to the news that Jungkook almost broke his exclusive contract last year? Is this related to a solo project that is said not to have the blessing of fellow members? Or is it much deeper? Something to do with beliefs, wounds, and feelings that have never been resolved since the Love Yourself era. Shortly after the leaked video was widely discussed, a local Korean media account revealed that HYB had indeed kept an awful lot of emotional footage and personal confrontations recorded as part of an internal documentation process called Project InnerVoice. The project was originally designed as a form of visual therapy for the members, especially after difficult times during the pandemic and internal conflicts of the group. But for some reason, the project was abruptly stopped, and all the recordings were locked. Until finally one leak. The question is, who leaked? And is this intentional? One theory is that the leak is a form of silent protest from someone inside the company, perhaps staff who have kept secrets for too long and feel it's time the world found out. Some even believe that this video is not leaked, but rather released secretly with the blessing of one of the members himself. If so, who is he? Jungkook himself has not given an official statement, but a few hours after the viral video, he uploaded an Instagram story with a plain black background and one word in English. Truth. Army split. Some felt it was a gesture that he supported the publication of the video. Some fear that this will trigger new tensions within the group. But what was most slicing was the reaction from Taehyung, who chose not to appear on social media at all for more than 48 hours, whereas before he was quite active. What about the other members? Jimin, who is known to be very close to the two, posted a picture of himself with the caption, "Some things have to be destroyed before they can be rebuilt." A sentence that is full of meaning, full of flavor, and raises more questions than answers. Did Jimin know about this video before?
Was he part of that conversation too?
Why do many pieces of footage show that Jungkook says his name in a low voice? One of Jungkook's sentences that is now constantly quoted by the army is, "I know you're angry with me, but I have to choose him, Hyung. I can't lie to my feelings." Who is he in question? Is it about love, about friendship, or about professional conflicts? The world is full of theories. There are those who compile timelines based on their stage performances, facial expressions during fan meeting, to dress styles that are considered hidden codes. Everything looks suspicious in this atmosphere of uncertainty. What was most surprising was when HYB finally issued an official statement not denying it, but instead saying that the video should not be in public. The sentence is like gasoline thrown into the fire. Not supposed to. Why not? Are they afraid that the truth will spoil the image? Or afraid that the public will love the original version of Jungkook and Taehyung more than the version wrapped in perfect management? HYB did not provide further clarification. only adding that they were reviewing legal action over the dissemination of internal materials. But isn't that precisely the veiled recognition that the video is genuine? The following days were full. The third day after the appearance of the video became a turning point. Not only because the world hasn't stopped talking about it, but because there's new evidence the army found from one of the scenes of the two. Our video A scene where Jungkook and Taehyung don't realize the camera is still recording, and the final cut, which a fan managed to clarify with audio enhancement techniques. The sound of someone's footsteps leaving the room is heard, then the door closes slowly. After that, Jungkook whispered softly, barely audible, but clearly a single name, Hyung. I hope he didn't hear that part. Army froze. Who is he in question? And what's the part that can't be heard? Then, even more surprising, Taehyung's face suddenly turned pale, then said while turning his face, "The camera is still on, Jungkook." And instantly, the screen darkened, as if everything was forcibly stopped or censored. But who censors? If this is internal documentation, why isn't the most critical part actually shown? And why after that there was no follow-up cut? This is the beginning of the emergence of theories about the existence of Part 2 of the video. Full version. Version without editing. A version in which everything that was hidden all this time will be completely revealed. It didn't take long. An anonymous account from Korea uploaded an encrypted message on the fan community platform. Its contents make the hearts of millions of ARMY stop for a moment. If you thought the video was everything, you haven't seen anything. Project InnerVoice doesn't just consist of 2 members. And it's not just one recorded moment. If you know who refused to appear in HYB's documentary last year, you'll know who leaked it. That sentence was like a big bang. The fandom panicked. Who is meant? And does this mean that other members are also recorded in a similar emotional state? The most widely mentioned, of course, Jimin. Why Jimin? Because throughout the past year, Jimin was the only one who never appeared in BTS's official documentary interviews. All the other members, Jin, Namjoon, Yoongi, Hoseok, Taehyung, and Jungkook, appeared for a few minutes. But Jimin? Not a trace of it. Is this intentional? Did Jimin really refuse to perform because of internal tension? Or further than that, is Jimin harboring something too heavy to share? Speculation ran wild when a former HYB video editor, in a LinkedIn post that was soon deleted, wrote that the documentary project was too emotional to publish because one of the members had a severe breakdown in front of the camera. He didn't mention names, but one word in his comments made it all shake. He cried because of what Taehyung said to him. Does this mean that Taehyung and Jimin had a big fight? And is Jungkook in the middle of that conflict? One sentence in the initial video rang again in the head of the army. I have to find him, Hyung. I can't lie about my feelings. Who is he? Is this an emotional love triangle? Is it about loyalty between friends and love? Or is it about the solo project that made Taehyung feel betrayed because of Jungkook's decision? More surprisingly, on the night when the Part 2 rumors surfaced, Jungkook posted on the official platform with a cryptic sentence, but sparked an emotional outburst among fans. If everyone knows the truth, can you still love us? The sentence felt like a delayed apology. It's like a long-held guilt, like a confession that is too heavy to say openly. A few hours later, ARMY discovers that Taehyung unfollowed the personal account of one of HYB's internal documentary producers. Not only that, Taehyung's entire broadcast schedule on the company's platform was suddenly cancelled. Fans began to smell that there was an internal action from HYB against the members involved in this video leak. The question is, who is being sacrificed? And more tragically, reports emerged that Jungkook had contacted one of his old managers in person and burst into tears saying, "I want everything to be over, but I don't know how." Does this mean that the pressure on Jungkook has reached the limit? Did HYB force them into silence? Or are the members now preparing to do the most shocking thing in BTS history, namely parting? Could this be the reason why the video was kept secret? Because it's not just about the usual fights, but about the great truths that the system has been silent about. That their friendship is no longer one voice. That there are wounds that cannot be healed with just laughter on stage. And that maybe BTS was no longer whole a long time ago. We're just not told. Now armies around the world are sending messages of solidarity. We don't need perfection. We need honesty, wrote one Brazilian fan.